Welcome back, everybody. So today I am going to be talking about something a little different for my channel. I'm going to be talking about the queens I want to see on All Stars Season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race. So it has been rumored now that All Stars 3 is going to start filming this summer and will come out in 2018. So I am super, super excited. Of course, take these all with a grain of salt. These are just my opinions. Some of them have been rumored to be coming back because of gaps in schedule, but we'll get to that when we talk about everyone. So let's get into the top 14 queens I want to see on All Stars Season 3. So I have a list here on my phone, and let's get started. I'm going to go from bottom to top. These are in no specific order. It's just how I have them listed or how I thought of them. So the first one I want to see on All Star Season 3 is Mrs. Kasha Davis. I loved her on her season. She was amazing. I think it was season 7 that she was on, because she was on with like Katya. I love Mrs. Kasha Davis. I think her drag has just evolved so much since the show. She still has that really kitschy, like old-timey, like 50s housewife thing going on, and I love it so much. The way she talks, the way she acts, her mannerisms are amazing, and we don't have a queen like that this season, season 9, so I think it'd be great to bring her back and really show what she can do now, because she has been doing crazy performances lately, and I think it would be amazing to see her come back. My next queen I want to see back on is from this season, season 9, and that is Pheromone. Oh my gosh, I love Pheromone so much. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous queen in and out of drag. For me, she's like, I don't want to like compare queens because they're all different, but for me, Farrah is like the pearl of her season, where like in drag, she's gorgeous, out of drag, so pretty, like sorry, my nose is like stuffed up if I sound weird. But she is gorgeous, and she was cut way too soon. I want to see her come back, even though it's kind of like she was just on. But they did that with people for All Stars too, like Ginger Minge, they brought back right away. But I love Farrah, she's a fan favorite, and I want her to like take sewing classes and then film it later in this year. I think they said like August is when it's like rumored to start. So yeah, love to see Pheromone back. My next queen is Ben de la Creme. Again, really kitschy, unique style. I think it'd be interesting to see Ben and Kasha Davis against each other, just because they're more of the same genre of queen, and I want to see them like go back and forth, or maybe have like a team challenge where they're together. That would be amazing. But yeah, I would love to see them together. My fourth queen is Morgan McMichaels. We haven't seen a lot of Morgan since season 2 when she was on. I just watched the like reunion of all the season 2 queens, and she said she would be up for it, which, oh my gosh, would be amazing. I love Morgan. My next queen is Delta Work. I love Delta so much. Whenever she is on Fashion Photo Review, I get so excited. I love her opinions and her style, and she's unapologetically herself. I mean, I know all the queens are unapologetic, but she is just so confident. I think she was cut way too soon, so I want to see Delta come back. My next queen is Milk. I think this is like a fan favorite as well. Milk was cut so soon in her season, and I think there's something really special about Milk that is like a completely avant-garde side. And now that we've had people like Sasha Velour and, you know, just people who embrace different versions of drag, I think the world is ready for Milk to come back and just like take the whole competition. So I want to see Milk back. My next queen is Valentina. She got cut last week. Spoiler if you have not seen. First, I thought she was going to take the whole competition. I understand the whole lip syncing, like, snafu, which is a whole nother video in itself. But yeah, I think Valentina could come back, and I want to see the rest of her drag. Like, there were gorgeous gowns that she did not wear, and I want to see her come back and maybe do like an ugly look, if that makes sense, because she's so pretty all the time and so glamorous. I want to see, like, her covered in trash or something, if that makes sense. My next queen is Miss Courtney Act. I did not love Courtney on her season. I'm not gonna lie to anybody and say that I did. But now I love Courtney. Like, watching videos and her new, like, all the new things she's been doing. I love Courtney. I think she's a great performer. She obviously can sing live. And, like, in the Rusical, she was, like, the star her and Adore. And I think it would be interesting to see her on a season where it's not so, like, oh, Adore was on American Idol and, you know, Courtney was on Australian Idol. Like, I think that kind of, like, created a different plot line that didn't really need to be there on the show. So I want to see her come back and stand on her own. My next queen is the ever controversial, you kind of, like, love to hate her, Laganja Estranja. Laganja was annoying to me on her season, I'm not gonna lie. I think everyone had, like, a vendetta against Laganja, but now watching how she's evolved and how she's grown, I think she really needed to grow up a little bit, and now she's more mature, she's more evolved, she has so much going on with her drag all the time. I think she'd be amazing to see back on the show and see how she's evolved and changed and turned into, like, this really amazing queen. Because I feel like they put her on as kind of like a drama queen. Not really a filler queen, but she was definitely more of, like, a drama queen. Alright, sorry about that kind of, like, abrupt stop. I had to go attend to a family emergency. But now all is taken care of. So, I think I was talking about Laganja. I think we are past that. I know I keep saying, like, as I was, like, in the car on the way to where I was going, I was like, I said evolved, like, 42 times, so I'm sorry, but it's true. For all these people who we're talking about, it's like their drag has evolved so much, and it's all changed since the show. Like, they're still themselves, but they've grown up, and they're more, like, self-aware, I think. They're, like, more of who they are. So, my next queen who we have is Miss Gia Gun, and she is really popular to come back for All Stars. I think it would be great. I think she left the show at the right time her last season, but she also really, she was kind of like a shady queen, and I think it would be good to bring her back and kind of see what she's done and how she's changed. But also, I love Gia, like, on her season. I know she was kind of shady and kind of like a messy queen, but now it just seems like she's kind of over all of that. And I think with different people who weren't on her season, I think the dynamics will be different. So the next person I would love to see on season 3 of All Stars is Sonique from season 2. Again, she just recently said that she would like to come out and do All Star season 3 because she got eliminated on the second episode, and now she is further into her transition than she was on Drag Race, and really, like, she was having some things going on during the first go around for her, so now this time she really wants to come back and show what she can do, and I think it would be an amazing opportunity for her to come back. The next queen I want to see come back is Derek Barry. I know Derek kind of left a little bit into the first, I think she's like the 5th queen eliminated off her season, and I know, like, people are like, oh, she only does Britney, like, all Derek Barry is Britney, but I think that's kind of interesting. Like, as a celebrity impersonator, we don't see a lot of people who are, like, locked into one kind of celebrity. And I think that Derek Barry has more to offer now, especially since coming off the show and doing more performances and just being more seasoned and doing things. So I think it would be great to see him come back. The next person, who's probably not going to happen because there's all kinds of drama, like the producers hated her and, like, she doesn't want to come back kind of thing, is, I think we all love to hate Willem, but also, like, Willem is, like, our guilty pleasure queen. Willem is hilarious. I was not a big Willem fan at first. I was kind of like, you annoy me, and not being shady, but, like, I just didn't, like, get Willem. But now that I've watched The Beatdown, like, all the seasons of The Beatdown, like, I need Willem back on this show. It's doubtful, but, you know, one can dream. And finally, the one queen who I think if didn't get on All-Star Season 3, like, the world would implode, there would be mass outrage, is my personal favorite queen, I can't even say her name. I'm so excited. Trixie Mattel. If Trixie does not get on Season 3 of All-Stars, I will actually, like, boycott the show. I'm not kidding. I love Trixie. Watching her on with Katya is my life. I love it. She's so funny. Like, dark sense of humor. I don't care what people say her makeup is ugly. I love Trixie's makeup. It is so good. Watching her perform is amazing. Like, I've never been to a live show, but just on YouTube. Like, she's a performer, and now, like, she has music out. And, like, out of drag, she has music out. But I think that she could do so much more. Like, I know she came back on her season, but I think it would be amazing to see her come back and be like, Trixie is back. Like, the injustice has been rectified. So, I have a couple queens who, like, a lot of people said they wanted back, and I personally don't want to see them back. One of the ones I had is Miss Fame, and not because I don't love Miss Fame. I did a Miss Fame inspired look on here. But I think Miss Fame is just kind of, like, not, like, too good for Drag Race, but, like, over it. You know, like, she's really turned this whole Painted by Fame thing into, like, a brand. And I think that as a makeup artist and a model, she's really just doing the most. And I think, not that it would hurt her career, but I don't think it would benefit her in any way to come back for another season of Drag Race. One of my other, like, why not is Kim Chi. I love Kim Chi, and I love watching her on Mug with Naomi Smalls. And speaking of Naomi Smalls, she's my next one on my list, and both of them, for the same reason I wouldn't want to see them back, is one, they were high up on Season 8, and they literally could have taken Season 8, but I don't know, I think that they've just kind of moved on as well, like the same reason as Miss Fame. They've kind of created a new path for them that's, I know, it's kind of hard to say bigger than Drag Race, because Drag Race is so big, but they've kind of gone out, and they're doing their own thing that has kind of made them a star in their own right, aside from Drag Race, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like, oh, Kim Chi from Drag Race. It's like Kim Chi. So, and the same for Naomi Smalls. Another really popular choice for All-Stars 3 that people are talking about is Shangela. Quite honestly, I love Shangela. I think she's funny, but she came back for, like, she was on Season 2, she was on Season 3. I don't think there's a need to bring her back again. Like, she, like, proved her legacy on Season 3 that she could come back and do better than she did the first time. So, I'm kind of over it with that. And again, I don't think it would benefit her to come back and do Drag Race just because she's doing so much outside of it. And my last one, and this is kind of for, like, shady reasons why she shouldn't be on the, or not why she shouldn't be on the show, but why I think she wouldn't be on the show, is Kennedy Davenport. A lot of people want to see her back on, but she has made some statements about how, you know, RuPaul is not this all-giving, all-loving mother figure. I definitely see Michelle Visage as more of the mother figure, but yeah, how she's not all she claims to be, and stuff like that. So I think just because of personal reasons that they wouldn't invite Kennedy back. But if she came back, I'd be really excited to see what she can do. So I think that is it. This video is going to be long just because I love talking about these queens. But Drag Race is on tonight. I am so excited. And I will come back with another video for you guys either sometimes this week or next week or whatever. Y'all know my upload schedule is crazy. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.